Hello, welcome to the first episode of Relationship Cake and Ice Cream. And I'm your host, yay for me, um, Robin. And this episode is about stop playing wife if you're not married. Okay. Getting married is a very serious situation. And a lot of women playing wife and they're not married and they don't even have a promise of marriage. Okay, a lot of women are in relationship with men who are not even able to commit. They may be acting like they commit, but they're not able to commit. But I don't want to get ahead of myself on this. I just want to say right here, women, we have to really practice more about loving ourselves, listening to the conversation, hearing what is actually said instead of what we want to hear. It's very important that we hear from men what they are actually saying. A lot of times we hear what we want to hear, and it's not healthy for us. It leaves us in bad situations of which we are emotionally depleted because we didn't pay attention to the language that was being used. Okay. So, with saying that, let me get back to this situation where women are playing wives and they're not wives. I think it starts at the beginning with the situation where, you get in a situation where either you're at his home, he's at your home, or you all decide you're going to live together. Maybe you've been dating for quite some time and you still haven't gotten a marriage proposal, but you feel comfortable enough that you think, oh, well, we can live together. We've been dating comfortably. We could take that next step and live together. But if you've been dating comfortably, I just want to say that the next step should be him proposing marriage. If the relationship is comfortable, then there's no reason why you have to move into a living together situation before he's proposing marriage. Okay? And I'm not talking about getting engaged and being engaged for 10 years. Okay. This commentary is not for those who do not want to get married and they're comfortable being in a relationship with a man who has not proposed marriage for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and he has his reasons, whether it's he does not believe in marriage, some men they don't believe in marriage at all. Some men think finances are important. They want to be financially sound, okay, before they get married. I'm not sure for me what exactly that looks like. Now, I understand that you want to have enough money to, maybe pay your bills, maybe more than enough to pay your bills. Maybe you want to make sure when you say financially sound that you have a good career, your career is up and running, and you feel comfortable in your career. Or maybe you're self-employed and your business is thriving and you want to make sure it's thriving. Okay. Then there's some men who definitely are not getting married because they're busy. While they're busy keeping you over here on the side, they're busy playing over here. Okay. And some of them are really good at that cat and mouse game. You won't catch them. Okay. You may hear the rumors here and there, but you won't catch them, and they're very convincing. Okay. So I just want to say, if you in a situation where, you're with a man and you're playing that wife, you traditional, you want to cook the meals for him, you doing his laundry, you taking stuff to the cleaners, you know what I'm saying? You sexing him every night to make sure that his sexual appetite is satisfied so he doesn't have to go out there and cheat. If you're that woman playing the wife, you're on his arm at special events, high profile events, and you make no qualms about letting everybody know he is your man hands down. Okay. Now, for me, you could play that wife. You could play wife forever. Okay. Or you could require more. Being a wife is a requirement of a woman. And I think most men know that men don't marry women that they do not feel is special or worthy of them marrying. Okay, now that might be touchy subject. Okay, I'm sorry, my words got a little tongue tied. Now that might be a little touchy subject. But let me say it again so that you can hear me very well. Men generally do not marry women that they do not feel is special or worthy to marry. Okay? So you could be with a man for 10 years, 20 years, whatever it is you want to do with that relationship. You can stay there. You can be hoping for marriage. Oh, one day he's going to marry me. You can plan all of that if you want. Okay. But maybe there was some issues in the relationship early. Maybe the issue is you. I don't know. But if there was some issues, okay, trust and believe he got it tucked somewhere. Okay. It's a reason why he's not going to get married. Whether it's his issue or your issue or a couple issue, men generally do not marry women they don't believe is special or worthy. Okay? And I'm not talking about a man that has some type of problem in his own head about marriage. That's some type of mental issue that I can attest to. All right. But I have known situations where women have been with men for long periods of time, produce children with these men, and these men turn around and marry some other woman right under their nose. Okay? That goes back to my issue of making yourself available. All right. Now, yes, you have to be available dating wise if you are looking for a man, all right, that you would like to marry. You do have to be available in order to go out there and date and see what you like. Okay. See which one is piques your interest or one that you think might be husband material or whatever. You do have to be available. But this availability that's going on with women today is out of proportion. Okay? Women digging in their pockets, giving men money, paying their rent, buying cars. You know, women that got money that's well off, they buying men. Okay? But a lot of times you make yourself available. When I say that, I mean making it comfortable for him to be there. Okay? Because, you know, in some cases, they'll be there. Men will stay there. You got him a meal cooked every day. He come over there and he eating your food. Okay? You running bath water maybe for him. Give him good massages. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have good sexual relationships. All right? Great conversation. Let me tell you, men will accept all of that. But it does not mean that you're in that category that he wants to marry you. Unfortunately. Okay. So stop this thing where we're making ourselves as women available to men who cannot commit emotionally, mentally, or physically. Okay. A lot of times they're there in the physical, but they're not committed to the relationship. Okay. We already know it doesn't take much. Sex without love goes on every day. And I think men get it. That men enjoy sex. They can have sex with you and not be in love with you. And they know that those 3 words, I love you, will keep you involved in the relationship, okay? Or even I care for you, all right? Anything that they could do or say to keep you invested in that relationship, although they know you are not the one for the long term, they're not above doing it. Okay, whatever it is, they're not above doing it and they're not above saying it. But you have to listen to the words that they use, because a lot of times that wording will not be invested in you. Okay, they won't use I love you a lot of times unless it's something they want or they in a bed with you. Okay, outside of that atmosphere, they may never say it. Okay, they may stroke your hair, stroke your cheek, bring you a rose here and there, anything to keep you vested in a relationship, even though they know they don't have any intention of being in that relationship with you for the long term. Okay? So we have got to teach our daughters better too. That loving yourself is evident in how you allow others to treat you and how you treat yourself. Because how you treat yourself is going to, what's the word I want to use? It's going to come out. It moves out into the world. People see how you treat yourself. Okay. And men pretty much know they looking for what they can manipulate to their way to do their bidding. Okay. So you never want to be in that position where you don't look like you love yourself, because they're going to pick up on that. Okay. And being somebody's wife, like I said when I started this podcast, that's a very serious situation. And if that's what you want from a man, my suggestion to you is not to get yourself in a situation where you allow him to call you a wife or that you do wifely things. You could do nice things for each other without playing a wife. You should continue to let that man wash his own clothes, take him to the cleaners, clean his house, okay? Take care of his own children. It doesn't mean you can't go out together if he has children with the children. It means that you should not allow yourself to be involved 100% with things that wives are part of their duties that they normally do. Well, I guess I could still say that, because in this new time, a lot of wives is busy, okay? We still have some traditional house wives that still work and do traditional things as far as being a wife. Well, thank you for listening to me today. Like I said, my name is Robin, and I host Relationship Cakes and Ice Cream. You can visit my webpage, relationshipcakesandicecream.com. You can also find me on Facebook at Relationships Cakes and Ice Cream. And also, I have a group on Facebook called Relationship Cakes and Ice Cream, and also on Twitter. Okay. Thank you for listening to me today. I'm really glad that you joined me for this podcast, and stay tuned for more. I have more topics that I like to talk about. Thank you.